Hey guys, Yankee here, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on Digimon Ghost Game episodes 20 and 21. We got two really great episodes this time. So, episode 20, we have Saberdramon and Dark Lizamon basically searching for Black Gatomon. And somehow they've learned that Hero has some sort of connection with Black Gatomon, and they're chasing him down and basically demanding he call up Black Gatomon. And Hero doesn't know how to do that, and so they just attack him. Um, and it's basically Hero and Gamamon stuck on their own because Dark Lizamon has a fire attack that basically produces a flame that's not hot to the touch, but if you go inside it and then try to step back out, you basically turn to dust and disintegrate. So Jellymon, Kyoshiro, Ruri, and Gormon, they're just out of commission for this whole episode. And it's just Hero and Gamamon running around, getting attacked, and trying to basically get by. And I don't know why, but the animation budget in this episode must have been like 3-4 times normal because it looks great. There's a lot of great animation in this episode. And we also get to see just a couple of videos ago, I was talking about how some of Gamamon's evolutions sort of get shafted. Not in this episode. Every one of them gets something to do. Like, he pulls out Wes and Gamamon right at the start, and we get like a nice scene where they're just running. Like, Hero's on Wes and Gamamon's back, and they're just running away. We get a really nice aerial fight with Chaos Gamamon and Saberdramon, and then Battle Gamamon is still sort of like the favorite, the main Digimon, so he gets some good fights in there too. But this episode is really about, for the main characters at least, getting Gamamon to a place where he can now sort of pick and choose what he evolves into, and sort of doing it in succession, where, like, he turns into Chaos Gamamon. Well, no, he turns into Battle Gamamon, fights Dark Lizamon for a minute, gets knocked down by Saberdramon, turns into Chaos Gamamon, and then goes to fight in the sky, and then quickly turns back into Battle to finish off Dark Lizamon. And so he's just changing constantly. He'll Digivolve, then go back, and then Digivolve again. And it's really well done, and it made for a really exciting episode. And again, last video I talked about how if, like, Gamamon's growing, he doesn't have to stop being a child, but he has to, grow. And he is. Like, now he has more control over what he evolves into, and I like that'll help going forward. And I think this episode for Hero and Gamamon was really strong. Of course, Kyoshiro and the rest of the cast, they sort of got put to the side so we could really focus on Hero and Gamamon. So they didn't get much to do, which is unfortunate, but I still think the episode was really strong. I think the motivations of Saberdramon and Dark Lizamon is good and not entirely I understand, where they just sort of got stuck in our world, tried to find a place here, tried to save a man from a burning building who dies because he just doesn't listen to them when they're trying to help him, and then they get blamed for his death despite them trying to help. And they basically are just fed up, and they're like, we just want to go home. Black Gatomon can get us there. We'll do whatever it takes to get out of here. And so while they don't have evil intentions, they're not trying to cause trouble. They're just desperate. And I think that comes across well. Yeah, this was just a really great episode. And then, of course, Black Gatomon just shows up out of nowhere at the end and sends them home. So we still don't know entirely what's going on with him. But yeah, this was just a great, great episode. Next episode, episode 21. Another good one, not as enjoyable for me as episode 20. We basically have Arukenimon show up, and she even uses her human form from the second season of Digimon, which is really neat. And apparently, she knows Hero's mother. So, from my understanding, which, who knows, because they don't really explain it much, what I believe happened is Arukenimon's just eating people, and I assume she's just been traveling the world and eating people, And so she really knew Hiro's mother. Didn't eat Hiro's mother, but Hiro's mother sort of talked about them, and apparently Hiro just tells his mom about Gamamon and stuff. Because she knew about Gamamon, and she told what was Arukenimon's human name? I think it was like Sonia, or something like that. So Arukenimon shows up, talks to Hiro, talks about Hiro's mom, how they've been working together, and asks about Gamamon. Sort of lures. They were kind of dumb to even fall into this trap, but Arukenimon lures them into a trap, and then is just basically not really toying with them. She's like a scientist. She's experimenting with them, seeing what they're like. They're like rats in a cage, and she's just watching them, observing them. And she specifically says, like, what was it? Like, the fastest way to learn about something's mind is to eat it. And so she's gonna eat their brains, basically. And we have a human get his head chomped off in, like, the first 2 minutes. They don't show it, but you hear it. And, like, the sound effect there is awful. Like, there wasn't any blood or anything. Like, it wasn't graphic. Like, they cut away. You don't see the head being consumed, but, like, the sound effect that it made as she was eating his head was something. So yeah, they run around. She has, like, an army of, what is it, Dokugamon? The other spider Digimon? Who she has sort of, like, she's controlling. And this is something else I was thinking of when I was watching it. In the Dracmon episode, he was basically causing trouble trying to materialize. So messing with humans or in some way makes Digimon stronger in this series, right? In the what is his name? The devil-looking Digimon where Angoramon finally digivolved. I don't remember his name, but they were basically terrifying people to basically materialize themselves, and like his little minions were slowly beginning to materialize. And so if Arukenimon's just going around consuming people, she has to be pretty strong, which I assume is what allowed her to take on a human form. But I guess we'll just have to see if other characters or other Digimon are able to do that going forward. It might have just been like a reference to the second season of Adventure where it's like, okay, she had a human form there, we'll have her be human here. People will recognize that. And it was cool to see that, but I'm wondering if that has actually anything to do with how many humans she has consumed, and if that's actually giving her power, and if something like that will ever be touched on again. So eventually the heroes all get trapped. It's basically just them running around for the majority of the episode. They evolve, they fight spiders, and eventually they just get captured, and Arukenimon is about to eat Gamamon's head when Ghoulless Gamamon wakes up, and he just kills her. He shoves his hand into her mouth and then just like releases an attack, and she bursts and she dies, which is a bit it's a bit anticlimactic, but I'm still okay with this ending because we've built Ghoulless Gamamon up to be like this really strong and really brutal. So him just popping up, killing her isn't the problem. It's just I wish we could have got more with her. So yeah, Ghoulless shows up. He doesn't really cause any trouble this time. He has a moment with Hiro where Hiro tries to talk to him, and Ghoulless is just like, not right now, man. And then he just de-digivolves back into Gamamon. So that's interesting. We have another black Digimon show up. In the first Ghoulless episode, a black Agumon just popped up at the end watching over Ghoulless Gamamon. In this episode, it was like a black... Oh, what is his name? Terriermon's evolution. Gargomon? Is that right? He's just watching over again. So we don't know what's going on with that. And that's basically the episode. It was good. Both these episodes were really, really good. I think episode 20 was stronger, in my opinion. But I think a lot of people are going to prefer episode 21 because Ghoulless shows back up. These two episodes really gave, like... The show keeps posing, like, mysteries, right? Like, what's going on with Black Gatomon? What's going on with Ghoulless Gamamon? What's going on with the Black Digimon that keeps showing up whenever Ghoulless shows up? And, like, I have a lot of questions, and I'm not sure they're going to be answered in a... Like, I don't know when they're going to be answered, because the episodic nature of this show we get like long gaps, or maybe not long, but like we get gaps where we don't really touch on this stuff, and when we finally do, it's just like seeds. And so I'm kind of worried going forward that all these seeds they've been planting aren't actually going to turn into anything. Um, but that's just sort of a concern. Like it has nothing really to do with these two episodes. These two episodes were really good. Uh, yeah, like really really good. I think episode 20 is an episode that I might like. I don't know about you guys, but like there are episodes of shows that I really enjoy, and I can just go back and watch that episode and enjoy it. And I think this might be one of those where I might just come back and watch episode 20 because it's so well executed. Um, anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.